What's up? What's up? Yo, Dom, what's up? How's it going? We're up here at Alpha Candles. Yes, sir, Cisco. We're in the shop. I'm working up here at the shop for a couple hours today. Let's see. What are you guys working on today? What's up, Janet? Dom, doing some purchasing. Sweet. How is Alpha doing? Starting to pick up. So store sales are still pretty slow, but we have wholesale and fundraising. We're working on some more collabs. We have a Fruit Loop candle coming out for a snacks shop that's opening soon. A sunflower candle for a flower shop. We're working on a black licorice candle for a local theater. So we're doing a lot of collabs, and then next week, probably like Monday or Tuesday, we're launching a new product on Amazon called Coffee Shop, which is a collab with the local coffee shop. Which I'm really excited for that one. A lot of people want a good coffee candle, and I think this is going to be able to deliver. Got all the candles here. It's the inventory. Cisco, you're going to get to see behind the scenes at AC here in a couple weeks. We'll have to get you to make some candles. You guys want a behind the scenes tour? I'll show you around Alpha Candles. All right. So up here we got our storefront. These candles are on sale. We've got a few other stations here. Running low on that strawberry cheesecake. We'll have to hit a restock. So yeah, this is our storefront area. Not super big. And then back here is where the magic happens. So this is our production area. Basically, we get our wax, which I can show you down here. Just like soy wax flakes. And then we measure out how many we're going to need. Put them in these giant Presto melters. Get it up to like 190 degrees, melt it down. We put it in these pouring pitchers. And then according to our formulas, we blend in whatever oil for the candle we're making. Let it cool down a bit. And then we pour them into these empty jars. And a few days later, they end up looking like that. Here's the next step. So after we pour them, they kind of cool down. And then you can see here, this one's kind of like uneven at the top. I don't know how well you can see that. But what we do is then we take a heat gun, which all Amazon sellers are probably familiar with those, and we, melt it down and make the top smooth. And then we go through, clean them up, label them, and they end up looking like this. It is like a Breaking Bad setup. We actually, whenever we're making candles, we call it a cook. just like Breaking Bad. Yeah, so that's the process, and then from there we just kind of store them on these shelves in here, and then send them out either up in our storefront, or we sell them on Amazon, or we sell them wholesale, fundraising. And back here is our really small Amazon shipping space. Usually for FBA shipments, we just move into another room. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, coffee candle. It's gonna be cool. Cool. I'm really excited about it. I wish I could let you smell it through the camera. Can you make a video day in the life? You talk about it and give it structure. 1 second. Just got a jar delivery from UPS, so I'll be right back. Let's see. Thanks, Ruben. Coffee shop in the front, coffee roasting in the back. Yeah, actually, our local coffee shop that we're working with on our coffee candle has something just like that. They have it's 2 levels though. So their main floor is a shop, and the basement is the roaster. It's pretty cool. All right, be right back. Raphael, what's up, man? How's it going? Tudo bem? I don't know if you were in here when we were doing the candle store tour. But yeah, I'm working up at my candle shop today for a couple hours. And then one of my employees is coming in to take over. You guys got any Amazon business questions? All right, be right back. All right, delivery is complete. A few months ago, probably like 2 months ago, we switched to getting our jars from Alibaba. So we were using these here with just a regular bamboo lid. And then we switched to Alibaba and they became cheaper and better because our logo is engraved on them now. So cheaper price and better product through Alibaba. Yo, Kevin, what's up? We got KV Flips in the house. How you doing, bro? How long will you keep the store? As long as we're on Main Street in my town. I live in a small town, and I think Main Street should be reserved for people who have storefronts. That way, people can go around and shop and do things in the downtown area. So, like as you saw in the tour, most of our area is for production, but we have that storefront up front. And yeah, I think long term, more and more of our business is going to shift online. But as long as we're in this kind of downtown shopping district, we'll keep that storefront, which for the foreseeable future will be here. It's definitely not a big part of our business or revenue, though. What I'd like to do long term is maybe turn the front into more of like an experience. So I was talking to one of my employees, Josh, the other day, and he was talking about how it could just be an area where, yeah, we'll have candles on display and people could either buy them there or just order them. But it mainly should be an experience so people can like come in, pour their own candles, make their own candles, and just have like more hands on that it's actually something they're experiencing rather than coming in and browsing and just purchasing. So we might head in that direction long term, or a combination of both. Yeah, absolutely. I think like whenever you're shopping, do you want to just go and buy something, or do you want it to be an experience, whatever that's going to look like? Like a lot of people, or a lot of times, if you're going into a store, especially nowadays, as opposed to just shopping online, it's because of that experience, whether it's just getting an extra help from another customer service rep or something that's hand on like that experience. Cody, where's Chris Storm? What's up, Cody? You're gonna have to give him a ring. Tell him to get in this chat. Candle making is big business in Cali. Interesting. I was talking to some people down in Florida, and they were saying that it's pretty big down there too, because they work with like surf shops and things like that to make essentially a white label or private label product. Cody, drop shipping is haram. Do not drop ship. Your account will get shut down. You'll lose all your assets. Amazon will keep all of your money, all of your inventory, and you're never going to come back on the platform. Don't drop ship. Candles on tap in San Diego. I'll look it up. Looks cool. So is this kind of like you pour your own candle? Select your vessel, grab a scent. This is cool. Yeah, this is kind of what we're talking about. This is really cool. Candle making experience. Yeah, this is super cool. I'll have to look at this more and see if it's something we can implement. This is super cool. They have a scent bar and give out free champagne. Dope. Yeah, I think a candle making experience, and then you have something like champagne or wine, maybe charcuterie boards. Just make it a good experience again, and you can have like a. I don't know, it depends on your area. Like San Diego, they can probably do it more often. Here in a small town, we'd probably have to like plan out an event and just do like candle making nights or something. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Lots of possibilities. Cody Heckman says, "Are you on any podcasts?" You know what? I'm glad you asked. I am on a podcast. I'm a co-host on the Doughboys podcast, where we talk all things Amazon and business. And I'll drop a link here for anyone who wants to check it out. You guys are funny. My boss has been dealing with ABS for about a month now. What should he do? Well, if I knew your boss, I would want to know his specific situation. And yeah, if it's my situation where Amazon's holding all your money for no reason, what we're doing is I'm working with a couple of firms. We're opening new cases, sending emails to executive departments, talking to the funds people, really playing Amazon's game, seeing if we can get it resolved in any way possible. And yeah, we might have to go another route here pretty soon. Josh, you should look up this candles on tap in San Diego that Ruben mentioned. It's like something we could implement somehow. Actually, we're going to implement this very soon. We're going to do a candle making experience and see how it goes. We're going to get it planned. Yeah, probably in 3 or 4 weeks, my schedule will be more open and we'll get this rolling. I like it a lot. Keith, what's up? How's it going? Josh, let me know what you think of that place that Ruben mentioned and if you want to help implement it at Alpha. St. Patrick's Day plans. Going up to some opera house. We'll dress in green. We'll make everybody's day better. St. Patrick's Day is a solid holiday. Anyone else celebrating? It's everybody's favorite holiday. Speaking of Opera House, we got that Opera House candle right here. Butterscotch bourbon. Fantastic candle. If you guys are interested, go to shopalphacandles.com. It's on Amazon. This has been our best seller on Amazon by far, actually. Top tier candle. Anyone got any Amazon or business questions? All right, here we go. Dom says he's a big fan of the Ocean Breeze. Let's go. That one's been pretty popular as well. Here we go. We got the Ocean Breeze. It's a pretty good one. All right. Keith says, question on shipping. I just started last week. Congrats on getting started. I have some Hall's cough drops listing on Amazon as for singles. How do I prep them? So I'd have to see it, but my guess is it's just like in a bag. And for that, you'd probably just have to do a sticker. There shouldn't be any kind of prep. You could put it in a poly bag if you want. You can always over prep. You're not going to get hurt for that. I think the minimum that you would have to do though is just put a sticker, just the FN SKU. If you want to put it in a poly bag, that's cool, but I don't think it would be required in this case. And they probably expire, so you'll need to make sure that the expiration date is on that FN SKU as well. Which if you use Inventory Lab, they'll automatically add it. Josh says, favorite product to sell on Amazon when you have to prep it yourself? Small products that just require single sticker prep. I don't want to do bundles, liquids, breakables. We're prepping breakables all the time, or more accurately, you are. But yeah, the best products to sell when you have to do your own prep is just single sticker, small and light products, 100%. Yep, no problem. It takes a little bit. I'll find a link here, but it takes a little bit to learn all the prep guidelines, but it gets easier the more you do it. Let me see if I can find a link explaining everything. It's just like anything new. You don't know what you're doing whenever you first start. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. Yeah, so in Seller Central, just search prep guidance, and then an article comes up and shows you how to prep any type of item. Shayla, what's up? Glad you're able to make it today. Shout out Shayla. She's been having some pretty solid, consistent growth and is absolutely crushing it. If you guys aren't following her, you definitely should be. Good question. So of the 60K from PPC, how long has that been? It's been about a little bit less than a year and a half. It's been, I think, 15 months. So 'cause I started in September of 21. So that'd be 15, 16 months, or 12 plus 5, 17 months. So 60,000 divided by 17, that's an average of 3,500 bucks a month in added revenue over that whole time period. And obviously, more of that's probably skewed in the recent months than the beginning, just because I have a lot more inventory now than I did in September of 21. But I mean, an average of 3,500 bucks is really solid, especially on a $3,000 spend. So the spend breakdown comes out to 176 bucks a month. So I spent on average 176 bucks to make 3,500 bucks. That's a no-brainer. And just in case anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, I dropped a video on Monday going over PPC campaign strategy for arbitrage and wholesale sellers. A lot of people don't utilize it, or at least this basic method. Like, there's tons of different things you can do PPC. You can use it to move stale inventory, or you could lower the prices. You could use PPC to boost a new listing. But the method that I was talking about mainly is just adding all of your inventory to one campaign, having a low bid of like 2 to 5 cents, 3 cents is what we do, setting a daily budget of like 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 bucks, depending on where you're at. And then that way, it's just a really low bid. So it's not ever going to cost you a bunch of money, but it'll still sponsor your products to increase your sales. And I was able to add about 60K to my revenue since implementing this almost a year and a half ago now. But still, that's over 3,000 bucks a month average. Did you run PPC and lower prices? So we really just lower prices whenever inventory is not selling at like the 30-day mark. So whenever our inventory first checks in, we're just making sure that it's priced competitively, give the buy box a little bit of room to work, but we don't really start dropping prices until that 30-day mark. And I mentioned it in the video, but I don't really use PPC for getting rid of stale inventory. I just lower the prices. If I were trying to find the best possible outcome out of everything, then I would probably analyze each ASIN and see if PPC or lowering prices is going to be better. A 9 ROAS and starting your system for a week. That is sweet. So for every basically dollar you spend, you get like 11 back in revenue. That's pretty solid. I've already answered, but did you get your payout yet? I'll start with that negative. So I still have not got a payout. The amount is multiple six figures now, and it's just going up and up every single day. I'm working with a couple firms to see if we can get it resolved. We're, responding to cases. We're sending emails to executive teams. We're talking to the funds and disbursement departments and trying to see if we can get it resolved. But if it's too much longer, I'll have to take some other action. But I'm hoping we can avoid that. Hopefully it gets resolved tonight. It's a lot of money to be tied up there, and it's putting a strain on my business. For now, I'm still making sales. Like yesterday I sold like 9 grand. My average daily sales have probably been around 4,500 to 5,000. But I mean, my inventory levels are going to start going down here pretty soon because I haven't bought inventory in probably 3 weeks. So in the next week to two, my inventory levels are going to drop down and my sales are really going to start to suffer. Yeah, it's really, not good. See, we're also hiring a new VA right now. It's going to be a split position. Half the time is going to be doing purchasing for my business partner, and then the other half is going to be helping me out with admin and back end stuff on my content, courses, coaching calls, all that kind of stuff. So that's been cool. I had 4 interviews today, and then we got a few more this week, and then we'll decide on a candidate from there. I think hiring is one of the most exciting parts of being a business owner. Just being able to find someone who's going to be a good fit for your business and providing a job to them. If you guys aren't already subscribed, if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And then also make sure you have notifications turned on so you know anytime I go live like this, so you can hop in, get your questions answered, and then also that way you'll be notified anytime I drop a new video. So you get the opportunity to watch that too. I'm trying to drop 3 videos a week 3 videos a week for the rest of this month. And then depending on how that goes, that might be the new schedule moving forward. We'll just kind of see on how the videos perform and if I can keep consistent quality. I just got my editor. He was doing 1 video a week for me, and now we just upgraded it to 2. So I'm just editing 1 video for myself, and then my editor takes care of the other 2. Friday's video, I believe, is how to make your first FBA shipment. And hopefully they have converted to send to Amazon new workflows so that I can make the video based on that, since I'm sure a lot of people are going to need some kind of guidance whenever they update their system. Amazon always makes these updates and thinks that it's going to make things better, and it usually just ends up confusing people. Anyone have any struggles that they're going through that they want to share? Any roadblocks to growth I can help you with? Or I shouldn't say growth, just whatever your goals are. It's not everybody's goal is to grow the business. Like where I'm at now, even once I get my payout, I'm not trying to grow a bunch bigger right now. I'm trying to keep where I'm at and then build some other revenue streams like alpha candles and some other stuff. And then once I have revenue coming in from other places, I have multiple income streams, then I can come back and scale the Amazon business with wholesale. I heard the sourcing call was awesome. Are you doing another one? Yeah, so right now there's one planned for Friday. Attendance signups are kind of low, so we'll probably end up canceling it unless we get more signups. But as of now, there's another one planned for Friday, and I'll post a link here. So if anyone's interested and wants to sign up, go ahead and check that out. Basically, we're just going through sourcing. I'm showing you my perspective and sourcing methods, and then hopefully finding you some solid products as well. I think it's really beneficial, regardless of where you're at, just to get other perspectives on sourcing and different aspects of the business in general. And the last one we did had a really good turnout. Lots of people really loved it, found immense value. So planning to do another one, and I'd like to do other webinars deep diving on different topics. So I'm open to suggestions on whatever you guys would like to see there too. Cisco says, "What does your life look like at 65 years old?" Man, that's a good question. I'm going to give you two answers. The first one is I don't really know because I can make plans for even what my life's going to look like at 25 or 30. But at the end of the day, what I value and what I want to be working towards might change. So, yeah, there's that. Everything's going to ebb and flow depending on just what I'm interested in, what I want to be doing. But long term, what I do know I'm going to be doing is building businesses and doing the best that I can to make an impact. So entrepreneurship will always be a part of my life. Building things will always be a part of my life, and hopefully continuing to make an impact, especially through media like I'm doing right here. Long term, I would love to be doing YouTube, creating content, and helping other people do the same. I want to start a media company that can, do stuff like this, create content, but also empower other people to monetize their passions and monetize their expertise through online medium, through being able to educate and entertain people. That's what I love to be doing. Who is your hero? I mean, I have a lot of people that I look up to. I don't know about picking one hero. I could say you, Cisco. You're my hero. No, I look up to like Gary Vee has had a big impact on my life. So he would be kind of one person that I look up to. I don't know about one specific hero though. I'd have to think on that. Do some contemplation. Who's your hero, Cisco? Good bit. My hero is myself 5 years from now. Matthew McConaughey. That's a really good speech. If you guys haven't listened to it, check it out after this live. Cisco, what does your life look like at 65? That is you 5 years from now, right? You're like late 50s, something like that. Three years from now, you're 62. Still breaking my back, grinding. Find a lot of joy in the day-to-day hustle. Yeah, I'm with you there. I can't envision ever not doing this. Like obviously, I won't say obviously, but it's unlikely that I'm doing Amazon for the rest of my life. But entrepreneurship, building businesses, working, I can't imagine just not doing that. There's a quote that I like, and it goes like this: entrepreneurs are artists, and artists never retire. I read that in a book called Mad Genius, a manifesto for entrepreneurs. Really good book. Who here uses Chat GPT? I think Cisco got me hooked. I'm using it to help me create YouTube content. So helping script out the videos, create hooks, things like that. And there's applications for it everywhere. I'm actually releasing a video, I think on Monday. Let me check my content plan. Let's see. Yeah, on Monday, I'm dropping a video about how ChatGPT built me an Amazon store because I used it to create most of the Alpha Candle storefront. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And it's super cool. Like there's so many applications, and it's still in its early days. When you first started coaching Pauls, at what point was that? That's a good question. I want to say it was around last summer, maybe a little bit earlier. In terms of volume, probably when I hit a little bit over 6 figures a month. It's been probably coming up on a year, maybe a little bit less than a year. Any opinions on PharmaPack? They went bankrupt. I really don't know too much about it, but my what I think my understanding of it is they were just chasing revenue and not profit, which big companies can do that as long as they have funding coming in somehow. But like at some point, you need to be making profit. And I feel like that's really tough in an inventory business to only be chasing revenue. I think it's a lot easier in softwares, online services, those businesses where they can just grow with startup funding, chase the revenue because they're chasing an exit at the end of the day. I feel like it's really tough to do with an inventory based business. I get a few DMs here and there offering to pay me for coaching, mostly a lot of women sellers, but I'm not sure I'm ready. I think there's always value or perspective that you can offer regardless of where you're at. Like when you say you're not ready, obviously some people are interested and think that you have value to offer. Otherwise, they wouldn't be reaching out in the first place. And like I was talking about with the sourcing, even if it's an expert level sourcer, it still might be beneficial for them to join my webinar. And even if I think that I'm good at sourcing, it's beneficial for me to join somebody else's webinar. There's always something new that you can learn, and there's always different perspective that you can offer. What is the typical profit you can expect on an OA business at 200K a month in sales? I think 10% is pretty reasonable. A lot of sellers say that they get higher, like 15 to 20%. I don't know that I see it. I know my situation's a little bit different because I'm paying more to have stuff outsourced. And I also have a couple other issues like the warehouse lease that I'm paying. But even if everything was optimized, I don't see my business going much higher than 14, 15%. I don't know how. Some of these people are saying they're getting like 20. Sometimes people even say like 25, 30. I feel like they just don't know their numbers, to be honest. So yeah, my business isn't the most optimized because I do have some of those issues and I'm paying more for everything to be outsourced because I only have to work a couple hours a week. But generally 10 to 12% is pretty reasonable. There is a high demand for women sellers. A lot of my girlfriends are always asking too. You should do it. I agree. Everybody tell Shayla in the chat that she should try out the coaching. If people are DMing you, you should try it out. Do you think it's an oxymoron having Buy Box Bandits host Mike McAllowitz Profit First and Miles kind of preaches the opposite of what Mike does? Not necessarily, because again, it goes back to perspective. Even if Miles doesn't follow his methods, it doesn't mean that his methods aren't going to be beneficial to their viewers. I guess what's the definition of an oxymoron? Like two opposites in the same, right? Contradictory terms appear in conjunction. I guess by the definition of oxymoron, it might be. I don't think it's a bad thing though, especially because like on the other hand, you have Garrett, who's a big proponent of profit first. So then, by that logic, the BBB is an oxymoron in itself, since the hosts, sounds like you're saying, have different views on profit first. I think it's really cool that they got Mike McAllowitz though. I definitely want to watch that episode soon. If you guys haven't read Profit First or really any of Mike McAllitz's books, you should. I've read like almost all of them. The Pumpkin Plan is phenomenal. I think it's really applicable for service businesses and more so than product businesses, but yeah, it's still really, really good. Pumpkin Plan is solid. Clockwork is pretty good. I took some lessons out of there for my outsource everything program that I offer. Profit First is obviously really good. And then there's, I think, the Toilet Paper Entrepreneur, and he might have a couple more. Really good business author, and you should check out his books. Of course, no problem. Garrett's a stud. Yes, sir. Garrett's a good guy. I like his content. Good tweets. Which, by the way, how many of you here are on Twitter and like follow the Amazon FBA space on there? I'm curious. I've got on there a bit and I see some wild stuff. I don't use Twitter a ton. I just get on there. Usually, what I use it for is I want to tweet something so that I can repurpose it on Instagram. I don't ever really like scroll through or retweet or like or anything like that. It's really just I'll get on there, tweet something so I can repurpose it, and then get off. I might start tweeting more though. We'll see. Tuss Superman, what's up? Do you use any wholesale? Yeah, so I'm mainly online arbitrage, but wholesale is like, I don't know, 15% of my business, something like that. It's probably right around 15. Depends on the month, really. Probably between like 10 and 20%, right around 15. And then whenever I decide to come back and grow my Amazon business more, I think wholesale is going to be that route because online arbitrage has given me a really good baseline and can continually make me sales and profits every single month. And it's outsourced, so I don't have to do much work for it. But I think what would take the business to the next level is going to be wholesale, being able to just spend more money so much faster. I used to love Twitter way before I got in the Amazon world, but now I check it once a week, maybe. Yeah, honestly, same here. Back in high school, I was on Twitter a lot, like my senior year. And I know Cisco's probably going to say that that was yesterday. Yeah, I really just stopped using it for a while, though. Now I just use it as a medium to create. Just got to the Lego store. Anyone got ASINs they want to share? If you guys have a Lego ASIN for Cisco, drop it in the chat. I wish I had Lego stores near me. Closest one's probably 45 minutes away. I actually don't know that I've ever done any RA in a Lego store. I saw one at the airport in Miami, but I just posted a poll and content for it. I didn't actually go in and do it. You just get so much news in real time, lots of sports scores. Yeah. Good bit. Thanks, Cisco. Yeah, the actual closest Lego store is probably like an hour and a half, not 45 minutes. All right. Peace out, Shayla. I see you, Dom. Cisco, peace out. Have fun scalping your Legos. We'll go a few more minutes if anyone else has any final questions, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. So if you got any last questions, go ahead and drop those. All right, if there's no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to post a link to this video that I posted this morning going over 3 of my favorite sourcing strategies. Sourcing method number 2 is really practical. It's going to allow you to get 10% off or more on pretty much a lot of your items that you're purchasing. So definitely go check out that video after this. And as always, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to DM me. Turn on notifications below so you don't miss any posts on here. And I'll be going live around the same time again tomorrow. Thank you all for hanging out today. Hope you have a great day. Peace.